Greetings and salutations, friends. I am New Mithrandor, and today we're finally going to be breaking the seal on Ordina Liturgical Town. Yep, we're finally going to the Erdtree. But before we do, I need a particular torch. An item of great importance for dealing with some of the unpleasantness that will be waiting for us in the liturgical town. Any of you who have found your way into the Evergale of that town knows exactly what I'm talking about. And those of you familiar with this series are also familiar with the fact that I made a mistake entering one of the caves here in Altus Plateau. I believe the same one where we get the Ravenclaw chest piece. Or was it Raven? I think Raven was in the name. I forget if Claw was part of it. There were a set of claws with it, but whatever. Yep, something died on us nearby. Oh well. So, in that particular cave, there was an enemy that was invisible. It was one of the Black Knife assassins. And I remembered that there was a torch that would allow you to see her. So I didn't have to worry about fighting an invisible enemy, but at the time, I had completely forgotten the simple fact that the torch in question was the sentry torch, an item that I simply did not have at the time. So, we're back here in Altus Plateau, first to pick up a few extra goodies. I recognized that there were a couple Erdtrees, minor variants, that I hadn't actually been to yet. And I will have to do a roundup toward the end to see which ones I've actually been to. Oh, is that a giant arrow? Going to have to play a little careful if I'm getting sniped at. Anywho, I recognized that there was a minor Erdtree, that one right there, that I hadn't been to yet, and that it happened to be right next to the location of the sentry torch. So in this case, I figured, why not just go and fetch it while I'm here? And we also get some crystal tears to add to our flask of wondrous physic for the trouble. Roly-poly skulls this time. Much as I loathe the breaking wheels from Dark Souls 1 and its catacombs, I do admit that I kinda like them more than I do these, skull snake things. The breaking wheel, for one, was a reference to Berserk. To Father Mosgus, the Bloody Scripture. So, it had some nicety just for that reference. But it also told a story in and of itself. Poor unfortunate souls cruelly murdered. And in rather grisly fashion, considering how awful a breaking wheel can be. Especially if you're just simply left to die on it. Well, the snake things are therefore just not as interesting. Oh. I didn't realize you guys could do stuff like that. Huh. I'm not sure I've ever actually seen that maneuver. Partly because by the time I get here, I can usually one-shot everything. And because Normally, I don't even come this way. Finding that particular Erdtree and the flask material from it was something somewhat new to me. After all these years, there are still areas of this game that I simply have never visited. Or that I've only visited briefly. So yeah, vomiting Black Death energy is something I haven't seen before from one of these little skeletons anyway. Serpent arrows, eh? But yeah, there will be a few episodes where I simply round up and wander all over the place looking for any items that I might have missed. And thankfully, I do have a guidebook on hand. One of the future press guides, in fact. Both of them, actually. Very good reads in themselves. Very high quality material, that. And considering just how vast this game is, I do think it's worthwhile having some sort of guide on hand. But regardless, here we have a site of grace and a new merchant. Or at least one that I haven't spoken to before. Yeah, I'll rest here, why not? And here's our merchant.
Is someone there? A customer? Well, how long has it been?
Probably not since the shattering for you. Might as well take all of the rune arcs. And all the gold sunflowers, and definitely the perfumer bottle. And there's the sentry torch. Torch given to prospectors of the Erdtree. No, protectors of the Erdtree. Its flames are bestowed with a special incantation which allows the bearer to see assassins cloaked in veils. Furnished on behalf of the Erdtree and the grace-given Lord, such that a night of black knives will never come again. Yep, so there we have our warning. Our explanation for what it actually is. And its significance. So this was an item specifically created after the Night of the Black Knives, in an effort to prevent a similar tragedy from happening again. And as you'll see, it's going to be exceedingly useful for us. Now, we go to the liturgical town, but I am going to take an aside, just another brief one, to approach that minor Erdtree that I was looking at on the map just now. I figure that I might as well grab it before we head off into the Halig tree. And before I start getting frustrated with having to wander the dark abyss of the Evergale. And we have Albinorics that look to be of Moog's domain. I'll leave them be for the moment, as they don't seem to actually be in my way. Extra big one. Pity that all it was was a flask replenishment. Okay. The Erdtree is not quite here. We'll have to go up and around, it seems. I wonder what you hold. Ooh, Somber 7. Those are bloody rare. Didn't know you guys could cast miracles. Thought I saw something glowing. Oh, and you did a little damage to me when you fell off. How rude of you. Huh. Arteria leaf. I wonder if that Albinoric was protecting that particular, leaf there. Okay, my bad for mistaking the timing. Ooh, that's not a lot of damage. Okay. Yep, out of range. Yep, like I said, some of these places I've simply never been to before. So I've never actually seen these guys using miracles before. Looks like I'm still one level too low. And that's why I couldn't see the tree. This is one of the destroyed minor Erdtrees. A number of them were burned and hacked down. And I'm wondering who exactly was responsible for that destruction. And the main Erdtree itself is also teetering, it seems. So I wonder how much of that was simply age, and how much of it was, well, intentional destruction or sabotage. And once again, I wonder whether Marika... Well, how much of the destruction of the realm was her intention? But we have a while yet before we get anything truly conclusive on these matters. Much as there'll ever be conclusion on it. Considering that it's meant to be a question open to interpretation. You lot are a fair bit sturdier than some of the other guardians I've run into. That didn't go to plan. So we're at the foot of the ruined minor Erdtree. I have yet to see an Erdtree avatar. I'm wondering if I simply haven't found him yet, or, well, if he was slain. You guys bury yourselves? I know you do have stuff growing out of you, but literally planting yourself down and setting down roots? Gotta say, not a fate that I would choose, certainly. But, I don't even know what these guys even are anymore. Oh, little rock there just stopped me advancing entirely. I don't need any more flying insects, thank you. Yeah. Okay. Still haven't found the Erdtree avatar. Nor have I found the flask of wondrous physic material from this one. So it makes me wonder where exactly it's got to. Although, I've just spotted those bloodstains. Oh, there's the avatar. I can finally see him. Wonder what sort of messages and warnings are left. Up. Well, let's see how this goes. Ooh, you can take a lot of damage. Oh, and you're a rotten one, too. That's just what I need to be scarlet rotted. Ooh, ow. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, are you stuck on the wall right there? Ugh. Oh, now we're both firing magic pew-pews at each other. Ow. Took a hit. And took a hit again. Yep, he can use destructive magic from afar, so I'm going to do so too. No reason to fight fairly, is there? Yeah, I'll just finish it with this. I do quite like the sorcery in this game. Quite a bit of variety to it. And there we go. We have our flask of wondrous physic enhancements. Let's see, is there anything else hidden in this little corner? No hidden path ahead. Oh well. Long fall. So, as far as the magic goes, I would say Elden Ring is probably... yeah, I would say it's my favorite for the magic out of all the Soulsborne Sekiro games. The number 2 pick would be Dark Souls 2. It had, before Elden Ring anyway, the largest repertoire of spells, sorceries, incantations, pyromancy, and of course hexes. Something which simply hasn't been around in the games since. And sometimes with good reason. Okay, now we have our sentry torch. We now have a means to detect some of the unpleasantness that's waiting for us here. Yep, there are a number of barriers and wards throughout this place. But if I'm going to be rid of them, I'm going to have to enter the Evergale. But first, I want to find my way around to the entrance. As there is a portal that will allow us to enter the Evergale. Oh, and there's our major warning. Black Knife Assassin patrolling this staircase. And plenty of archers, akin to Liturgical. And up here we have the path to the Erdtree. But we have no ability yet to access it. Nope, we're going to have to break the seal to get through. Light the 4 figures in the Evergale. Yes, indeed. And now, one of the more unpleasant little trips begins. Because if you don't have the sentry torch, well, the Black Knife Assassins will most definitively live up to their name. So we saw a Black Knife wandering this staircase. Oh, there she is. Okay. Ow, ow, ow. Finally managed to catch you flat-footed. Ooh, and I can stagger you to death. Wonderful. Ghost Fort 9. I've never actually bothered killing these witches. So actually finding out that they drop such goodies is a bit of a revelation to me. Usually, I just try to run as fast as I can through this place, avoiding as many of these Black Knife Assassins as I can. But now that I have the proper implement to remove their cheating invisibility, well, I'm going to kill them all. Consider it revenge for all the times I came through here and wound up being stabbed in the back by them. Oh, there's another one. I noticed that I can actually keep the effect of the sentry torch in action, even without having it active. In other words, I have to have it equipped and in the offhand, but I can two-hand my main weapon without losing the benefits of the torch. At least, that's how it seems. I wonder. I'm not going to try this, but it's possible that simply having the torch equipped, shining its light on the assassin, might permanently leave them visible. Might break their spell. Maybe. Like I said, not going to try it myself. Because I would rather not have to deal with being wrong about that. It wouldn't exactly be a pleasant scenario. Facing one of the assassins, putting the torch away, swapping out to a shield or something, only for the witch to go invisible immediately, and then promptly losing sight of her and getting backstabbed. No, I think I will pass on that particular unpleasantness. Oof, almost fell off the edge there. Would not have been a good time. Granted, I keep whatever progress I make on lighting these figures. So even if I get murdered, the progress I've made remains. Oh, and now we have Latenna's kin. Okay. I was... oh, right. I thought I was blocking, but then I remembered I'm holding the torch. Okay. Yes, the Albinoric women. Their archery is going to be a significant hurdle here. Okay. Looks like going to the roof has triggered them. And they won't be leaving me alone anymore. Ah. And now, because I'm concerned about the archery spam, I'm having a hard time climbing this. Letting my nerves get to me a bit. That didn't even kill. Okay. Damn it all. 39,000, no, 390,000 runes right there. I suppose if I were truly invested in keeping those, I could use a sacrificial branch. In fact, I think I will. I've got many, many of those. It felt like I got killed there in no small part. Because my swing was simply too slow. Should I swap weapon to something faster? Not sure the Godskin Stitcher actually is faster. Ugh. Going to have to make our way to crumbling Ferra Majula at some point. I'm also thinking that the Albinoric women are resistant to magic. In which case, Moonveil would be little better of an option than simply having at them with the Dark Moon's greatsword. Let's try the Godslayer. It might be slower, but it might also kill them faster. Now I'm wondering... Okay, so we have this assassin ghost still present. I wonder, is she going to be alive again in the Evergale as well? That would be unfortunate. Though not nearly as unfortunate as it would be if you actually had to kill the Black Knife assassins in this Evergale to farm up the armor. Now that would be a particularly cruel thing to force us to do. Having to deal with the potentially permanently invisible Black Knife assassin ladies here in this Evergale over and over and over again. Yep, that would be exceptionally unpleasant. But at the moment, I'm not seeing any Black Knife assassins. Because there was one standing right around here. And I'm not seeing her anymore. So I'm hopeful that they're not going to be putting in any further appearances. Come on. Okay, that's not really any more damage. Blimey. Okay. I wish I could target her from down here, but... No, she moved too far away for me to hit her from here. Okay. I'm now wondering whether it would be a better idea to try and go after the archers over that way, but probably not. They would catch me in a crossfire. Okay. Fortunately, this is... Okay, that's not... Actually, if you're there able to shoot me... Can that hit you? Yes, it can. Okay. That's one less archer. But I'm pretty sure these women are going to respawn. Therefore, I can't use attrition tactics to get rid of them. Okay, that's the figure I need to reach. Ah, okay. Okay, I think we've made it. Let's be doubly sure we don't have an assassin sitting here. Okay. No, and I could have... Ah, damn it. I could have just come down... Ugh, I didn't have to go on the rooftops. I could simply have run over this way. Damn it all. So I got turned into a pincushion for no good reason there. Ay ay. Well, now it's done. Might as well get the last and be done with this place. Oh. I forgot. In all of my frenzied haste to grab that little item there. I can see one of you. I know there's at least 3 archers. And they hit blimey hard. The only advantage I have is the simple fact that my shield is highly effective against them. Let's see how this goes. Nope. Now I can't actually clamber up. Come on. Oh. And then I fell low. Ugh. Okay, let's try to find the path. Oh good, I'm a little too far away for them to snipe me from here. Oh, but now they can get me. Okay, we made it here. Yep, you lot are exceptionally durable. Whew. Okay. Well, you can't stop me anymore. I've reached the final light. And the seal is broken. And we're out of that nightmare. With the sentry torch, it wasn't actually all that bad. Without it, though... well, we would have been backstabbed repeatedly. On top of being murdered by archery. But now we don't need the sacrificial twig anymore. We'll go back to the Erdtree's favor for now. And now we go to a new location. We finally arrive in Mikola's Erdtree. And you'll notice straight away, it's covered in mushrooms and other fungi. And there's an item. Why can't I pick it up? Just how far down we had to go to finally be able to interact with that. We have these fellows. More of the horn blowers from the capital. Why does that second hit never kill you guys? It looks like it should. But it simply doesn't. But yeah, the Erdtree is corrupted. Tainted by the rot of millennia. Or perhaps Mikola is to blame. And I die right here. Damn it all. Just had to fall off. Ay. Well, let's see where I end up. I'm hoping they just put me at the top of the branch we were just on. And I'm planning... Of course not. Okay, I've never actually died right there before. So now we're going to have to go up through the portal back here in the liturgical town. Which is annoying, but at least it'll be quick. So at the moment my plan is to hit at least the first grace in the Erdtree itself. Then, as we've already been at this for 43 minutes, I'll be calling it quits. And we'll continue our exploration of the Erdtree on another occasion. Oh, and I walked right past the grace. Wonderful. No wonder I never had to use the portal before. The bloody grace was right there. I'm gonna go get my runes back. They're right here anyway. Yeah, I'm calling it here. A bad omen, the fact that I missed this somehow. And fell to my death straight away, too. Ay. So, we're finally here at the Erdtree. I look forward to me getting murdered by millennia repeatedly. But for now, if you've enjoyed this, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a good day.